Hello, this is a reply to David from Gaijin Gakusei on his video, "The Emotions of Being an Exchange Student in Japan." And I know it's quite late. I think this video was uploaded in November, I think, last year. So it's quite late. But no one really watches this channel. This is just really for you, David. And I just wanna say that I mean the emotions that you feel as an exchange student is entirely dependent on what kind of person you are. And I don't know what kind of exchange program you went with, but it seems kind of odd that they sort of gave you a graph of how you were going to feel, um, considering it's completely dependent on your situation and what kind of person you. If you like, for instance, even since I was really little, I had no problem staying at other, friends' houses for a week when I was like, 6 or 7. Um, I liked being in different places. I liked new experiences and visiting different people. And it sounds like you are the same kind of person as well. And when I went to Japan, for instance, the night before I left to go to Japan, I was bawling my eyes out. Um, I had a girlfriend at the time, and but I won the scholarship, and I wasn't, I wasn't about to turn this down. So it was a scholarship to go away to Japan for 6 months, and this was, quite a blow, obviously, to my relationship at the time. And the night before I left to go to Japan, I was feeling, yeah, really, really down. I didn't want to go. I was almost convinced that the next morning I would just tell the people who were taking me to the airport, I don't, I don't actually want to go to Japan. I want to stay here and stay with my girlfriend at the time. But I went in the morning. I felt a little bit better, and I went and I flew over. But I still, for those first couple of weeks in Japan, or maybe the first week in Japan, I was just like, if I feel like this next week, I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna go back to New Zealand, and I'm gonna spend that time with my girlfriend. And I was 16 at the time. I'm, I'm glad I didn't now. I wouldn't trade that my experience in Japan for anything. Um, but yeah, so those first couple of weeks, I was really down. I wasn't, there was no high to start with. It was down, and then it started going up. And maybe my situation was kind of unique, but I suppose a lot of people feel that homesickness in the first week or two. So yeah, and then it went up, and then sort of towards the end. I was pretty steady throughout the whole experience, the whole time I was there. But during that last week, it was my emotions were really confusing. I I really wanted to stay in Japan. I really loved Japan, and I loved being there. I loved my host family, and I loved my school and my friends that I made. But I also wanted to, see my family at home and my friends at home and tell them about, all these awesome things that I'd done in Japan. But yeah, so getting on that train on that Shinkansen back to Tokyo was pretty. Um, it was an emotional roller coaster, really. I don't think it's very responsible for anyone to say this is how your experience, this is how your emotions are gonna go. This is the track that they're gonna follow on this graph here. And I think it's entirely dependent on what kind of person you are. And yeah, so just enjoy your time in Japan. If you've you know got the opportunity to spend time in Japan, please just take every opportunity you can to, embrace the culture and get it as much out of it as you possibly can. I mean, you, David, you've obviously done that, and I don't, and you might feel the same way. I don't feel like I got as much out of it as I possibly could have, but maybe everyone feels that way. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I mean that's just my opinion on the subject. So, see ya.